Hello everybody, welcome to a fun little let's build today for Cobalt Saber. So this is a weird box variation of it. What is it? Got this from my fun, awesome importer friend here, and he was telling me that it's supposed to be like a regular Cobalt Saber in there. Don't know if it is or not, but it's just a random little red box. Don't know the special part of the red box really. It just is red. I don't know. Guess we'll find out if there is actually any differences or not. So let's open it up and see. Maybe this was like a lottery item. I don't know. Or like an early release edition or something like that. I don't know. I never can tell with B-Daman things a lot of times. It's like just one of those like more random, like occasional, like, hey, you got it. It is a Takara release, so don't know with this stuff. It's just, yeah, it says like limited edition and stuff like that. Like, I don't understand the purpose of it. Has the anime version of Yamato, so don't know what's all going on with this. We got the registration card, which has the word boys on it. I don't know, but that's pretty much it. So, hit my camera. Yeah, it actually does look like a regular version of Cobalt Saber, which is kind of interesting already. Man, this is not one to come out though. That's for dang sure. So let's see. Stickers are horribly yellowed, so I don't know if I want to use those. I never use my stickers, but it's just, these are really yellowed weirdly. It does say B-Daman on them instead of B-Daman because it is a Takara release. Got our special little beat ball in there. We got 2 springs, which I don't know what the purpose of that is. But I guess if you lose one or whatever, or maybe you use both springs. Got all the fun little parts here though. Got the little hold parts. Yeah, because this is a Delta Core one. So yeah, you got the fun hold parts there. Got the little trigger mechanism. The little, was it arm holders? Because, what was it, 02 has the head as a separate piece or whatever, because you're able to take off the head and put on a DHB core. So how they got around that, to just taking it off easily, was to have little rings or whatever. So, pretty weird little system. It's a orange little piece though. I never thought it was orange, I don't know why. I have built a Cobalt Saber before, as you can tell by the background. I actually own a red one. Got more of these little random pieces here. A white one, a little white one, a different shade of white, which is kind of weird. A little bit of dirt on this too, which is kind of great. I don't know. Can that come off? It can, yeah, it's good. So, a little bit of weird little dirt and dust on there. The blue parts, and then the fun little wing system here, which lets it have its like power change and stuff like that. Pretty little fun things. Is there anything else in this box that I should know about? It does not look so. So the box is just red for whatever reason. I mean, it's a cool looking box, but I don't know. It seems like just a regular edition. If anyone knows the story behind this, please tell me down below. But that's pretty exciting there. And yeah, just regular Cobalt Saber. Yeah, it just looks like a regular Saber. So don't know what the purpose of this is. Just more regular stuff. Yeah, just Cobalt Saber. Trying to see if there's any differences with this release, but it doesn't look like there is. So, kind of weird. Don't know why there's 2 springs. Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking that. But I guess we can compare it to the one in the background after this, and it will be, I guess let's get on to building this on and everything, so. Woohoo! So, be back in just a quick second. You usually just have to go take apart the pieces or whatever, pop out of their little containment fields and everything. The horn is not looking too straight, so that's kind of sad there. That's the one bad part about the Saber line. Not the first one. The first one actually is a plastic horn, but the later 3, I think, have rubber horns. I never actually owned a Saber Fire, so can't say there. But what is it? Because the only complete B-Daman line I do have is this Chrome line. I own all the individual releases of Saber or whatever. Or I mean, not Saber, for Chrome. Yeah. So I have a Chrome Ziffer all the way up to Chrome Harrier. well, Chrome Lancer, as you can tell from the B-Daman boxes back there. So, I have a lot of random ones. But yeah, we're gonna go take the little whatever cutting tools and just plop these all out and build it all together. So, this will be pretty exciting. So, be back in just a second to show all the little fun pieces. Woohoo! Whee! We are back from trimming, and it's been way longer than when I first started the video recording. Because, like, when I first started the whole trimming process, it was, like going well, and then I broke a blade while trying to build this guy, tried trimming him. None of the pieces were harmed. My knife was harmed. Cobalt's Saber went and harmed my knife. So, we have the joys of knowing that's reality. But, my knife, besides it being harmed, is still somewhere by... I've just replaced the blade. My blade, like, broke weirdly. But I guess it's time to open up this bag here. So, and look at the weirdness in the inside, because I never did that in the original part I recorded before. It's been like a day or two. I think it's been, yeah, 2 days since the last part of the recording, but I'm opening the bag like a weirdo. I know. I know, everyone. I know. But I need to. Okay, there we go. We're in the bag. Let's see if I can open up the bag, because, ooh. Come on, bag. Open up. This bag is doing everything but listening to me. First off, we got the B-Daman, which is just a standard B-Daman. It is matching the same color scheme as most of these B-Damans. It's not like Crossfight, where they come in weird shades half of the time. We got our springs, which I'll just leave in the bag currently, because I don't want to lose them. It does come with 2, though, which is kind of nice. So, got 1 spare, I guess. But to be honest, I already have some spares from other builds, because, like a super yellowed sticker sheet, which I will not be using. Shock the stickers are sort of still on this, but it is overly yellowed. This is, like, not even the same shade anymore. I've never seen a sticker sheet yellow that badly. I will scan that in later, though, and do some color correcting while fixing that up. So, the joy is there. We do got our instruction sheet, which, let's open this up and show off all this glory. So, there's 2 parts to it. First, it shows you how to build the basic IBA. And then after that, it's going to sit there and tell you how to build the weirdness of it. So, it's all pretty simple stuff. The IBA is not that complicated of a design piece, so it'll be simply shown off in this video. So, we'll get to the springs in just a minute. But for right now, let's just build the B-Daman itself, because this is where life has taken us, apparently. So first off, we're going to try finding our hold parts here, because this is a Delta core, I think. Yeah, or is it Delta? Yeah, I think it's just a power core, to be honest. But that means it has 3 prongs in this design. Weird little design core. It's much more angular than a lot of the original cores, which I guess I could show at the very end of the upgrades from 0.1 to 0.2. But it is the whole 0.2 system was about introducing different core types, which was really cool at the time. Really unique, especially in the anime, because, like, the anime does get, like, because the idea of, like, DHB was it's, like, a battle of, like, being on, like, the same ground level or whatever. And so, once you start getting deeper into that, you're like, wow, look at all these weird little concepts and stuff like that over time. So, let's see. Take the next part of the build, which I probably should have put this on first. I don't know why I didn't, but I decided to listen to my aspirations of wanting to put the core on in the middle. But, there we go. Or actually, no, because it has a weird little indentation right there. So, it's just weirdly done like this. It's been a while. I always get, like, nervous when building the IBA bodies, because, like, they're so, like, thin. The plastic quality is pretty great on these, but, I always get worried, because, like, you have to put a decent amount of pressure to, like, hold them all in. It's not my favorite way of strapping these things all together. I much more prefer like the CF system, where it's like screwed all in together. I like that way more than this weird method of just parts kind of slipping on in. And didn't you put the head on first? I don't know if I do. It's been a while since I've built a Zero body. Here, let's build this together before I like overthink this and I'm like, It's been a while since I've built a Zero system, so I'm like, or Zero 2 system, not Zero system. Like, ooh. Because I think the last one I built was exactly the other Cobalt Saber fighter. I have another Zero 2 I could build after this one if I wanted to. Yeah, because that would have to be my last Zero 2 B-Daman build, because of, after that I got into different parts of B-Daman. But getting into more like Crash and stuff like that after the fact. Because Crash one's always interested me, and I finally got to sit down and watch the anime, which was really awesome. Weird translation I watched online. I don't know if I would ever watch it through the translation again. But I also read the manga to Crash, which, ooh boy, that is really weird. Like, whoever was writing that was having a time of his life or something. I don't know. It's a very weird manga. I recommend watching the anime. The anime and the manga are super different. Like, the manga just has some, like, the manga has, like, a weird plot premise and stuff like that. Like, it's a very weird concept. It is just, oh no, I don't have to put the thing together, okay. Okay, nope, that being weird, okay. Doesn't matter, though, because the head could be built first like that anyways, so. We're just plopping pieces together now. Now, if only pieces want to go in together. And I probably should be watching this through the viewfinder instead of me, like, looking at the physical pieces themselves. Oh, come on. You know you want to fit in there. I know I probably did this part all wrong, too, but come on. You know you want to just fit in there. Okay, there we go. And you really need to start looking through the viewfinder. Sorry, but y'all, if this is getting really blurry. But, so all we did was insert the pieces together. So we put the core in first, and then we inserted the legs and the leg piece after, which as you see, it just kind of weirdly bends around that. I don't know if this one uses it, like the other one, but, there's, Blazing Kaiser, his concept around this is much more interesting, is he'll restrict the little pieces right here from stretching out, and that will cause, like, a way better, like, power hold, or much more of a power burst, I say. With what they did with Cobalt Saber here, was they used the back pin method, where they restrict these back pins from moving outwards. So, they're kind of two different methods of power. Not my favorite method of power with this one here. I much more prefer the Blazing Kaiser method of just the power strength and everything. I just always liked how it, like, that one actually just had, like, a really nice power boost to it, and just, I love the aesthetic of Blazing Kaiser, too, which looks very much more like an Evangelion type of machine and stuff like that. Come on. All these pieces are very weirdly and not wanting to go in today. And I'm trying to get my camera to focus. I don't know why it's trying to unfocus itself. Man, I'm going to feel really bad about this footage after this. Because, like, it is not going to look that great. I kind of worry. Come on. Don't tell me I had to put the one thing on after the fact. No, I didn't. Okay, there we go. I'd be like, I know you don't have to, because, like, the DHB thing comes off. Or how it works in DHB. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've done was it 0-2 stuff. Mostly because the last two, I haven't even built, like, a power version of 0-2 in a while, either. Last few I've done is, like, well, I guess I have done a power one, that one right there, but, before this, all the other ones I built were very weirdly just, like, regular types or whatever. Like, Proto 2 and, like, Wing Sword, or, yeah, was it Wing Sword? Yeah, Wing Sword. No, I dropped a piece. No, a piece has been dropped. No. Oh, man. I dropped like the one piece that I should not have dropped. Well, we'll be back in a quick second. Well, I'm going to do a quick pause here because I have to find that piece. Okay, found the lost piece I was looking for. Ooh. Trying to find it and everything. So we're putting on these little ring pieces here because, okay, so when they did the 0-2 system, they started to complement the whole DHB system, which it follows by just plopping the head off and then popping it onto a DHB body. Which is kind of a weird way of doing it, I think, but that's how they decided on doing it. I feel like they could have taken advantage of the special cores instead of, like... I get the idea was to create, like, an equal environment, but I feel like the different types of cores could have still played a part into it. Like, there's ways they could have still made it equal, and also fit into the weird aesthetic of the DHB battles or whatever, like a rock, paper, scissors type thing or something like that. I don't know, it's just something I always think about. But yeah, so these rings hold onto the head part here, and that's pretty much the whole purpose of them, is that, like, let's say if you want to swap out to a different core type or body type, you just pull these off, and then pop off the head and put it onto whatever else you want. Kind of a weird system there, I say, but I guess that's how they wanted to do it. I don't own one. I don't own the, was it 0-2 versions of DHB? If I did, I would show you what they look like, but I currently do not, as I'm dropping more things, and my god, my camera is not liking my thing today. But we are doing pretty well, I say. Now let's put on the feet, or I guess we could put on the arms, actually, and then put on the feet. So, there's our arm. Kind of stays in balance with these little tab pieces here, which I don't think was on the older 0-2, or the 0-1 bodies. Yeah, they're actually kind of shorter on the original. So I'm guessing they did that to stop the arms from moving around a lot more. Which I think does a lot better, I say. Because usually when I use 0-2, I don't really notice the arms moving around too often. Or maybe this is just on the power ones, I don't know. I use Chrome Raven a lot, so it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, I never noticed because Chrome Raven has the like one-handed grip or whatever. So I just never sit down and be like, oh yeah, because Chrome Raven is my boy. Love Chrome Raven. That is like one of those B-Daman I want to do a review of, but I want to get a Beast PV before I do reviews. Because I don't have any decent way of testing power currently. Besides like filling up a bunch of pins and being, oh, or whatever. But I feel like that would kind of be inaccurate in a way, so I want to wait till I get a Beast PV and start doing it like that. But there is almost our complete core. I guess we can look at it before we attach the trigger. So the trigger the spring's going to wrap around this little middle part here, and it wraps around this little part on the other side. So it just kind of all fits together nicely. We're going to pop out and take one of the, the springs, not triggers. And so let's grab where's our wonderful cutting tool? That is not a great cutting tool, but I didn't bring a knife and put it towards me. Okay, there we go. Nice part is, this is going to go right back in the box, and there's going to be a day where like I mess up something with a spring or something like that, and I'm going to be looking around and I'm just going to be opening up a bunch of B-Daman boxes to find specific springs. Although spring goes in bag for right now. I probably should have put it in a tinier bag. There's tinier bags near me. Oops. But it's in the bag for right now because I'm currently building this fun little thing. So these springs actually there's like a wide end and then there's a smaller end. I think the smaller end goes, let's see. Does it depend on which area it goes down into? Yeah, okay. So wider goes down right here, and then smaller goes in this little section. So I want to pop the smaller one in there, currently. And then we're going to put it in the little backing of this, which you just want to push down and just sort of shimmy it in there. Don't put too much force or whatever on it. But there we go, there's our trigger. Wraps around nicely at the very end piece, and then there we go, another little end piece one. And it just springs back in and out. And that's the basic Delta IBA body currently. But we're about to make this one a bit more interesting and show off the potential of the 02 system. So, let's get to that fun. So first off, we will be building off the wonderful body, I think. Or yeah, the wonderful body parts. So, let's slap on all these little wonderful things here. So you want to place these little blue ones to where this little piece is showing up on the front. And you want to do the same with the other shoulder. Or actually, before we do that, let's build the face piece first. I'm getting ahead of myself and keep forgetting, like, I actually have to construct a face or whatever. Like I said, it's been a decent bit of time. But there we go. So we're going to put this little metal piece on here first. For those who aren't used to Japanese ones or whatever, or Japanese or Asian build ones, this is a visor piece. In a lot of the Hasbro ones, this is usually molded into these little side pieces. Not my favorite method of it. I don't like how Hasbro does it. Because in this version of building them, you get this nice thing for a sticker. And that means if you ever take it apart, the sticker is not going to get ripped in half. So, there's a complaint to Hasbro right there. Probably why they didn't do... why they probably pre-applied stickers in the next little franchise. But you take the two halves from this part here, which doesn't really have any stickers connecting through the middle, which is way better than the original styling of it, or for at least the original Hasbro styling. I don't know if Hasbro 02 actually had the connecting in the middle like that. They probably did, because Hasbro kind of cheaps out in weird ways, but that's just Hasbro for y'all. Let's see, we got... There's the piece I'm looking for. Okay. So here's what's going to hold the horn in, and we're just going to plop it in, pretty much. It just kind of slides in. See the little cross area right there? There's a little cross area up front. And I've had experience where these kind of are a pain in the butt to actually do a lot of the time, because it just doesn't sometimes fit perfectly in there. So I recommend getting like a little piece of sandpaper and just grinding it down sometimes if it doesn't fit perfectly. This time it did fit perfectly, so I didn't have to worry about anything. That was the first B-Daman build I did, like for, in general, it was like Rakuso, and my Rakuso had so many issues, and I had to go ask a person, and they were like, oh, just grind down the pieces, and I did that, and it worked perfectly after that. And you just slap in the horn there. There's the Cobalt horn, wonderful. Not the straightest horn, it's rubber, so it doesn't, like, it could get easily deformed. This one's slightly deformed, but that kind of happens with these little rubber pieces. I am very glad this never returned as a concept, because this is like the worst part of the battle series was how much rubber was used. It could be a bad part in Super. I don't know. Does Super use a lot of them? Was it early DHB uses plastic, so the DHB system uses plastic, so I don't know if it's part of the older system or not. It doesn't seem like it would be, but I never know. Gotta put our shoulders in, which look all nice and dandy. They look really good, if I say so myself. But there we go. They are looking pretty nice, I say. And then we're gonna put on the rest of the little plastic pieces, because, to be honest, I'm not really wanting to slap in the rubber yet. I usually want to put rubber in, like, very last, because it's kind of a weird way of building it a lot of the times. Okay, so now we're going to get to the mechanism here with the wings, the power wings. So, let's see, it's been a while since I've done this as well. Okay, so once the inner, that faces that direction. Because, let's see, trying to remember how this all works. I'm like, yeah, the ventilation goes on the, what is it, one side. So, we want to take the ventilation pieces and put them in. And then we want to take the wings and layer them in there. So, we go in. No, it has to go in that way, because that would make more sense than what I was about to do. So, let's see. Okay, let's open up the instruction manual before I make dumb moves here, because that's going to be very hard to pop back out. Woohoo! Okay, here we go. So we want to hold the wing. Oh. Is this where I find out, like, I built my original clear one in the back wrong or something like that? Okay, here we go. So we take it like this, and then we want to put the wing on the outside of it. So, and then we want to put the outer, okay. Okay. Not doing my best currently in building today. I know that for a fact, but I'm trying my best today. This video has gone on way longer in its build process than I was probably wanting to do. It has involved trips to Walmart. And at this point, ooh. This is the fun part here, and we now have to jam these pieces all the way through, and there we go. So the idea is when you push these out or whatever, it will hold these into the little hole parts on the B-Daman itself here, and it will like pull, or like restrict them or whatever. So like pulling them whatever amount closer. So a really cool system, I say, but it's based off of, what was it, the first Super B-Daman. Or not first Super B-Daman, the not Super, or not the first, but the first one to ever use this system was the original Phoenix, like the first Phoenix from the OS system. Because the OS system for Phoenix had like this, or had the OS system, or had the gear around it, but then had like little wing attachments to it. So it's based off that whole little concept there, which is overall really cool. I've not gotten into Super just yet, so it's like one of those like weirder. Oh, did it not clip in properly? Okay, there we go. Always worry with building these things. I have too much worry. It's because like this whole part here is just about like shoving plastic into plastic, but I just hurt myself there. Am I bleeding? No, I'm not. Okay, good. So there is our little wing system here. Really nice looking. But we got to now slap it into the B-Daman itself. So what we want to do is slide this all into the little trigger system here. A smarter move might be to take out the trigger, but I feel like you should be able to just plop it on. Maybe it isn't a smarter move, I don't know. You should just be able to push it up, though, a bit when you get to this part here. And then now, see, we have it slide over the pieces here. And now we're just pushing it into the peg hole. Or, see, do I need to push it a bit forward? Okay, there we go. So, pushed it down. It has a little lip up here for where it's supposed to hold. And the B-Daman itself now is almost complete. We now got to put on the rubber pieces, but I figured we'd show off the little accents of this thing. So the idea is each time it pulls out outwards or whatever, is it basically will slide the parts over. Or I think it slides them closer to restrict it a bit more, which is supposed to give more power. I don't have a way of testing power currently, so. But yeah, it is way much more harder to start pushing this at this point outwards than it is when, let's say if I move it a bit closer, and it is way more, oh no, it's just, don't know how well this wing system works, to be honest. Like I said, I don't have a good way of testing power currently. I don't have a lot of those B-Daman pins either, so I can't be like, oh, we'll fill up a bunch of B-Daman pins. I have like 4 currently. I don't have like a nice set of them. At best, I can set up like fake bowling pins and see how well that would work out. So now we're going to start putting on the rest of the rubber pieces here, which just kind of slot in easily. They're very nicely just plop in and go. Just plop them in. And then you get to the fun ones, which, was I not supposed to? This is where I find out I mess up on places. I'm like, oh no, what have I done? Might be able to just push this out a bit, okay. Okay, I was about to be worried there for a second. I was like, no, did it fly off again? It did not. So yeah, there we go. You just easily unpeg it for like a second and it'll slide in pretty easily. So there's the little horn. I never noticed this part about like the original, Saber. It's kind of a weird little accent detail. I feel like a lot of these parts could have just been molded into plastic instead. Like, is that not like a much more popular method in the B-Daman community? I don't know. Is 3D printing parts for Battle B-Daman yet accessible yet? I feel like that should be much more of a common thing than it is. But there we go. We got our B-Daman built now. Might need to shove that a bit more out there. Okay, now we got to... Okay, there we go. Now it's looking nice. So we got the little Batman horns in the back there. Got our little horn in the front, and now we got all the little rubber pieces around. So I guess let's look at him overall. Without stickers, he's looking a bit bland, but I'd still say he looks really nice, to be honest. I love the blue and orange and like the red complements of all the things. All the nice shades of colors and stuff like that. And plop in the thing here, and there we go. This is a pretty cool upgrade over the original Cobalt. Let's look at the original Cobalt blade here. You see here the pretty simple little concept here. So here's the most major difference from, besides the core change, which, if you notice, the core now holds onto the B-Daman way tighter than what the original one would have held onto it, which this causes way more power to happen, like a lot more potential energy release to kinetic energy. This one doesn't hold it in as tightly. And then the next major change would be the wing design, which goes from the wings just being in a one steady position, only having a certain amount of power, to this way where you can change the power levels based off the positioning of the wings, which is a really cool system, and I really like the design of this one. Sadly, us in America never got this cool dude, or we did in a very limited way, because what is it, Hasbro did release 02 just in a super limited format, and it was not very accessible compared to previous series which had it, or not even previous series, like previous releases. So, after pretty much 01, Hasbro was like, we're sort of done with B-Daman, and kind of just moved on, in a way. They didn't really produce heavily like they did with like Beyblade and stuff like that, and pretty much after the last release of 01, they were just like, okay, we're done, cut it off there. There is some Hasbro 02s out there, but like I said, they're very uncommon, super rare. So we get to enjoy these Takara Tomy ones, which are pretty much a good quality. There's some slight differences and stuff like that, mainly in build styles and stuff like that. But this is an overall really cool B-Daman. I love its place in the anime, where you get to see Yamato like go on and fully upgrade Cobalt Blade into Cobalt Saber, and have this like whole realization moment with like the B-Daman itself, and realizing where the power comes from, and like just how it's built up in the anime is always really cool to me. And then you get to have the whole fight with, like, Yamato versus Enju with his Blazing Kaiser that he upgraded just recently as well. So it, like, comes up with this really cool battle of, like, two people who are currently learning a new system. I don't know. I just always love that whole scene in the anime. I don't know. It's just, like, it's built so properly and well done. And I always loved how the horn got changed to a different color as well. The nice little poppin' detail. Once I get some stickers put on this guy, we'll have them all nicely designed and everything. And maybe I'll swap out the one in the back. I don't know if I will or not. I kind of like having this orange one. It's like a really cool design aesthetic to me, because I love how you have the original Cobalt sword, which is like this cool blue color, and then you got the blade, and then it goes on to this cool like transparent orange one. I also have a nice little beat ball for it too, so I don't know, it's just a nice little aesthetic choice I went with there. But overall, I really love this B-Daman. I love having another anime-accurate version of him. This one did also appear in the anime. It just kind of just appears at when he's like doing a supercharged shot. This one is just the standard version. Though this one did come with a cool red box, which they usually don't come in a red box release. I don't know what's up with this box, to be honest. I don't know the history behind it or anything like that. It's just cool to kind of see it there. It is a very interesting B-Daman, and you can see how, since it was so early to the 0-2 system, it still uses the whole 0-1 parts there, because that's the XL Leon pieces, and you got some Shield Leon, not Shield Leon, mixing up my franchises here, funnily enough, but I got, oh man, why am I forgetting its name? But, I'm trying to remember his name. It comes from Shield Giga, I think it is. I might be really wrong on that, but there you go. There's a really cool little pieces and accessories to it. And overall, just a really cool B-Daman. I don't know why it's a limited edition box or anything like that. Like, there's no difference between this version and other versions. So I'm guessing this was just a nice little early, like, hey, look, we're on a new system or whatever type of thing. Pretty cool, though. I love Battle B-Daman. It is one of my favorite little anime pieces, and I recommend people go and watch it at some point. It is a very fun anime. I've even read the manga to it, and the manga is also really fun. Just overall, really cool piece of media, and this is just an overall cool piece of B-Daman. Guess we should test out a shot, though, because I have not done that yet. So, we'll do our favorite thing here. We'll zoom on out a bit. You'll see my mess, because, ooh boy, I've been doing a lot of, was it my Tamagotchi video, just had an unboxing thing, and I haven't moved a lot of the unboxing stuff out of the way. So it's been a fun little piece of time here with messing around with stuff. And I don't have a weighted target on me currently, so sorry about that, y'all. But we guess we will at least... So I'll put this in, like, the light mode currently. And... trying to think if I should use anything to block it. We'll just move this B-Daman out of the way. And we'll prop up the lighting a bit better. Sad part, I'm going to probably be sitting here and making adjustments again a bit later on with the Tamagotchi series I do. But now let's test out this B-Daman function. So we could stick one marble in there. You could easily stick another one in there, but usually it might pop out or whatever. So let's pop in 2 in there. And I guess let's get 2 targets set up. Since this is part of the 0 line, you can add magazines, and you can't even add barrels to the front. Well, actually, I don't know how this works with battle barrels. Because I know a lot of barrel types don't usually incorporate this little bottom piece. Proto 2's barrel does include this little bottom piece area here. So you could use a Proto 2 barrel. Don't know about any other barrels, though. I'm not that accessible to a lot of the battle styles. And I guess we'll do a B shot. And I'm not going to trust the horn because my horn is really bent on mine. So that is some incredible power on this guy. And we're not even in like the full wing mode or whatever. So I guess here let's put his wings to secondary mode here. And let's do another little cool. It is kind of hard to shoot because the tension to it, so. And I see those panels fly like crazy. They're not like doing what they usually do where they just sort of bounce off and dribble away slightly. They are actually flying away, which is insane to have that power. Overall, this is a pretty cool B-Daman and a nice one to add to your collection, especially if you're a big fan of Battle. At some point I will do a proper review, but right now I just don't have the nice tools and accessories, I don't think, to really do that in the most proper of ways. So, sorry about that, y'all. I'm going to put a marble in this guy, because I always forget to. But there we go. But for right now, thank y'all for watching, and thank y'all for enjoying this Let's Build. And we'll be doing more B-Daman content upcoming, so get ready for that. It's going to be a lot more crossfight, but I think we're going to do a Might do a Crossfight next, or we might do a Crash. I don't know, kind of in between on stuff currently. I have a bunch of Crash ones and Crossfight ones, and soon we'll actually have some, Super ones, because I finally get to try out the Super series, and I'm excited about that. So, I'm going to end the video right now, so thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time! Bye. I'm going to be watching back on the footage to make sure that my video isn't blurring half of the time, because ooh, that would suck. But, bye!